Come visit our house. There are many countries in the world. Our country is in an area called Asia. In Asia, some countries such as China and Japan are close to Korea, and other countries like Nepal and Saudi Arabia are far from Korea. Aren't you curious about what kinds of houses Asian children live in? Ming is from China and lives with her family. Her house is like a huge donut-shaped castle. It's called a tulu. Inside the tulu, there are many small houses built close together. It is like a house within a house. Many different kinds of people live in China, so there were many wars. The tulu is a traditional house that people built to live together when they ran away from war. Some tulus are shaped like a square. Ming's father works in a tea field. Last year was a good year for the tea farm, and so they had a feast. Whenever Ming is in the center of the tea field, the field smells just like a flower garden. She goes out to the well in front of the house. Ching was playing hide and seek, but now he is being scolded by his grandpa. His grandpa had to wait a long time outside of the tulu because Ching had locked the gate to avoid being found by his friends. Many people live together in a tulu, but there is only one gate, so sometimes it can be uncomfortable. Yuki lives in a quiet village in Japan. Japan is surrounded by ocean, and it rains a lot there. There are also lots of earthquakes in Japan, so people must build their houses low. Yuki's house is small, cozy, and made out of wood. Yuki's father works at a hot spring where he shows customers around. There are many hot springs in Japan. Some of them are over 1,000 years old. Today is just like any other day, and he is very busy helping tourists from other countries. The weather has turned cold. Yuki's family sits around the fire-lit iori. A cup of tea near the iori helps them get through even the coldest days. Japan is so humid that people have to put a carpet called a tatami on the floor. The square hole with a charcoal fire in the middle of the living room floor is called an iori. Hassan lives in Saudi Arabia. There are few trees here, so the houses are made out of clay. Are you worried that houses will fall down when it rains? No, that doesn't happen. It hardly rains here, and because houses are made out of dried clay brick, they are very strong. Hassan also lives in a dried clay house. Clay houses are cool during the day and warm at night. Hassan's parents grow wheat. They also grow date palms and grapevines. There is an oasis nearby. Hassan's mother is cooking a delicious meal. It is called kapsa, and it is made with rice, lamb, and vegetables. It is Hassan's favorite food. Nguyen lives in a village in the northern part of Vietnam. It is very hot all year and rains a lot in Vietnam. So many people build their house above the water. They put stilts under the water and build a house on the stilts. Nguyen also lives in a house on stilts. Nguyen's father catches fish from a boat. Her mother leads a water buffalo in the rice field.
We can move our house around.
Bazaar lives in a wide open grassland in Mongolia. When there is no more grass for the animals, they move to another place. So they need to live in a house that can be easily built and moved around. The house looks like a hat from the side and looks like a ball from above. This kind of house is called a gur. Every morning, Bazaar goes to the field with his father. He drives a herd of goats and sheep. It feels great riding a horse on the plain. There is a round hole in the ceiling of the gur. We can tell the time from the sunlight coming in through the hole. The sunlight is shining on the stove, which means that it is time for snacks. The hole in the ceiling of the gur is useful because smoke goes out of it and the sky can be seen through it.
Animals live in the first floor of our house.
Kumar lives in Kathmandu, the capital of Nepal. Kathmandu is surrounded by the tallest mountains in the world. The three-story building, built from red bricks, is Kumar's house. The first floor is for animals. On the second floor are bedrooms, and on the third floor is the kitchen. Kumar's mother sells souvenirs. Many hikers from around the world stop by in Kathmandu on their way to climb the mountains in the Himalayas. Kumar's mother sold many necklaces and jewelry boxes today, and she has a big smile on her face.
Come visit our house.
Let's learn about each country's traditional dresses. China. The Chinese traditional dress is called the qipao. Chinese like red and wear red qipao on special days. Saudi Arabia. The traditional dress for Saudi Arabian women is called the abaya. Women who believe in Islam think that they shouldn't be seen by others, and so they wear an abaya which covers their whole body. Nepal. The traditional dress for Nepali women is called the sari. However, only married women wear this. How it is worn is also unique. They wrap a long cloth around their body and put one end over the left shoulder. Japan. Japan's traditional dress is called the kimono. Most Japanese wear kimono on big national holidays, birthdays, and feast days. Mongolia. Mongolia's traditional dress is called the del. It looks like Korea's traditional overcoat, the durumagi.